Hi, Joey. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, John. Thanks for having me on.
Joey, you've created a unique concept with Giggles and Hugs. Let's start the interview with an overview of the business.
Well, Giggles and Hugs is the first of a kind family restaurant and play space. It's a place where parents can come with their children, eat great gourmet, organic, healthy food, while the kids get to run around and play in a giant play area. Each restaurant is got a giant play area in the middle of the dining area so that parents can sit down and relax and eat good food, have a beer, glass of wine, watch a ball game, all while the kids are having a great time themselves, being entertained. Every half hour we have some sort of an activity for the children, whether it's face painting or dance parties or concerts or anything that kids appreciate. And obviously, as you can see behind me, a giant play area where they can slide down things and climb on things and just have a great time.
Joey, what's the essential value proposition for Giggles and Hugs?
Simple. We're one-of-a-kind concept. There's nothing like us in the entire country or arguably the world. We have no competition. We have an incredible management team that I think speaks for itself. We have partnerships in place with the 4 largest mall owners in America in General Growth Properties, Westfield, Simon Properties, and QIC. And all these mall owners have rolled out the red carpet for us. They've made their entire portfolios of malls available to us. And they're actually paying us up to 75% of the cost to build out each location. So in essence, we're expanding on the dime of the landlords. And the reason why the landlords are doing this for us, John, is because we bring significant foot traffic to the malls. As you know, these days with most of us shopping online on Amazon, less and less people are actually physically coming to the malls. And so the landlords, the mall owners, are looking for concepts like Giggles and Hugs whereby they can pull in actual physical foot traffic. You know, as you've seen evident with companies like Sears falling on hard times, JCPenney's falling on hard times, most retail concepts falling on hard times. Landlords, mall owners particularly, are looking for unique ways to get people to come into the malls. And Giggles and Hugs brings that to the table. We deliver foot traffic to the mall. So what we bring is their lifeblood, their bread and butter. And so the value proposition is that everything is in place for us to expand and become a nationwide brand.
Joey, what can you tell us about your growth strategy and how do recent announcements about celebrity brand ambassadors tie in?
Sure. So over the past couple of weeks, we've announced 2 very major announcements. The first of which was the addition of Jillian Michaels as our global brand ambassador. Not sure if your viewers know Jillian, but Jillian is the health guru of America today. She is the workout guru of America today. So her principles and our principles are aligned. She's a great customer of ours. She has 2 beautiful children, I think 2 and 4 years old. And she understands what we bring to the table. She understands everything that we do for parents. And so for us to have her involved and accept being our global brand ambassador is a major coup for the company. Her tasks, her role with the company is really simple. She's going to be the voice of Giggles and Hugs. She's going to spread our message across the country and the planet. And to have someone of her caliber on our team, whereby she can get nationwide exposure, if not worldwide exposure for us, is an enormous opportunity for Giggles and Hugs. Along with Jillian, we also announced the addition of Tia Mowry. Again, I don't want to get into all the great things about Tia Mowry and what an incredible performer, entertainer, a businesswoman, but most importantly, mother she is. We are extremely excited to have her on our team as well. Again, she's another customer. So she gets it. She understands what we do for parents. She knows how difficult it is to go out to eat. A simple meal with a little child can be very, very challenging. And so, again, their roles are really simple: to communicate our message to the world.
Joey, you've assembled a top-notch management team with experience at leading brands. Can you tell us more about the team and their background?
Sure. You have Sean Richards as our Chief Operating Officer. Sean was brought in with extensive experience, operations experience with such brands as Hard Rock Cafe, House of Blues, Hooters, just to name a few. He's one of the top operators in the country. Along with him, we have Philip Gay and John Kaufman. I mentioned this a little earlier, but Philip and John together are the people that are responsible, the two most important executives that were responsible for the rollout and the growth of California Pizza Kitchen. They were the first two people, the first two executives that the founders of California Pizza Kitchen brought in to help the concept go from one location and grew that concept to over 100 locations before Philip Gay arranged for the company to be sold to Pepsi. Well, Philip moved on to become the CEO of Wolfgang Puck Pizza, and then he went on to become the CEO of Daily Grill Group, another publicly traded restaurant company. And John Kaufman was recruited by Lee Iacocca to become the president of Kookaroo Chicken, which was a Western concept similar to Boston Market, for lack of a better example. But both of those executives now are on our team helping us emulate the success of California Pizza Kitchen and try to achieve the same type of growth as they did. Both John and Philip are now on our executive team as my chief financial officer and my president.
Now, let's get into the branding a little bit more. Part of your growth strategy includes merchandising with plans to launch frozen food lines, other products under the Giggles and Hugs brand. Maybe talk to us a little bit more in depth about that strategy.
Growing the concept with physical location is priority number one for us, whether it be franchises or company-owned locations. So I want to make sure that your viewers understands that our priority is to grow the concept physically. But beyond that, the natural progression for us as a company is to look at areas that we can expand our top line. And those areas would be licensed products or merchandising. One of the advisors on our advisory board is Joan Barnes. Joan was the founder and CEO of Gymboree, which became the nation's largest clothing retailer for children. However, what most people don't understand or know is that Gymboree started out as a gym. That's why it was called Gymboree. Parents would take their little children to do mommy and me classes and tumble around on foam mats and what have you. And she decided that that wasn't enough, that she needed to do more. And so she got into the license and merchandising world with the launch of her clothing line. Well, that clothing line has become the largest clothing retailer in the United States. In fact, Bain Capital bought Gymboree for about $1.8 billion a little over 2 years ago. So for us to have her and her wisdom and knowledge on our team is essential in helping us do the same thing that she did for Gymboree.
Joey, in summary, why should investors take an interest in Giggles and Hugs today?
Really simple. You're at the ground floor. I think over the past 7 or 8 years, we've sort of laid the groundwork. We've put all the pieces in place with the management team that we now have, with the incredible partnerships we now have with the landlords providing us locations and paying us to move into those locations throughout the country. We have a proven concept. You know, it's been around for many, many years now, so people know that it works. We have the necessary experience to take it to the next level. So the reason why investors should get in and participate in our growth is because we're at the ground level.
Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to hearing more from you and Giggles and Hugs in the future.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, John.